Good evening. I'm ready to get started. Thank you for joining and watching this live training. I hope to get through it pretty quickly, and feel free to use the chat feature to ask questions. I have two computers open, so I'll be responding via another computer, and we've got a few people still joining us, so like I said, I'll get started in just a few moments. My name is Jason, and I am actually part of the team that developed the app, and it is a great tool, I believe, that will make the processes run much more smoothly. And I am showing you tonight what the app looks like on a computer. The training that I did on Friday shows what it looks like on a phone, and I can tell that the output that's coming through is not that great, but hopefully you'll be able to get the gist of what I'm talking about. The main thing that I want to do is just talk about the aspects of the form and make sure that everyone knows what every feature of it does. So this is what the app looks like on Windows 10. In the next time I do a training, I'll be actually using an iPad so that I can show what it looks like on there. So when you first log into it, you'll see there'll be a couple of options. So on mine, it shows the development form. You don't see that. You only see the one that says Texas Department of Family and Protective Services parent supportive adult visitation record and observation form. So in here, in this form, it shows it has several different pages and it asks a lot of questions, I know, but basically what we've done is we've melted together the sign-in log and the visitation report. So the first question, whether you're using a phone or whatever, there's going to be several different things. So the case name, that's always going to be the name on the case. So, and you can just put last name, comma, first name. And then the next question is asking you to select which region. And basically what that is asking you, which region are you in? Region 11 or Region 7? The next is asking you to select a service. And then that's going to be supervised visits at a CPS office or supervised visits not at a CPS office. And then it's going to, of course, ask the date of the visit. If you on a computer, when you click it, it automatically puts in the date. On a phone, it lets you select the date. You can change it. And then the visitation location would be just like it is on your visit form. You just type in wherever you were at. The next question is scheduled appointment time. Now, some of these questions are used to track your time. That's why it's very important that you answer the questions as they come through, and make sure that you're selecting the correct information. So whenever I click it on my screen, it automatically puts in what time it is now, and you can actually change that to whatever it was, whatever the appointment time is, actual start time, and then you just select what time you actually started. This is an important one because that's, like I said, part of what tracks your time for these supervised visits. Now you'll still have to use, you're still going to have to use QuickBooks for hospital sitting. You'll still have to enter your own time. You'll still have to enter your own time for private practice cases. This is only for CPS cases. So you'll still need to use the QuickBooks app. Nothing's changed. We didn't, take away your access to that. We didn't change your password, anything like that. And you'll actually be able to see these in there in case you wanted to check to make sure that it came through. Like I said, it's just important to be sure that you enter in all the information. And like I said, I'm sorry that it's not coming through very well. Maybe that'll help. I'm actually watching the feed live so I can see what you're seeing. The questions on here that says DFPS Observer job title, you'll select your name. If you want to do a test case, if you're following along with me, just select the one that says ABC 123. It's the first one in the list. And then use the test case or whatever for the case name. Don't use any normal case that you'd use, so we're not confused on our end. It does ask if the parents were late or anything. You can type in there if you want to. We found that it actually doesn't come through on the form if you use this one. I don't believe. They may have fixed it by now, but that will be fixed in the near future if it isn't already. And then once you finish with the first page, you can go on to the next page. I'm going to adjust our output and see if it helps anything. Okay. So on this next one, it says on a missed appointment, it asks to explain the reason for the missed appointment. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you are filling it out for a missed visit, just type in whatever the reason was. And then go to the next page. So when on page 3 of the form, it's going to ask you for the adult participants. Now, I recommend that on the first, you do the foster parent for the first one, and you can just type in whatever the foster parent's name is. I'm of course using a fake name here. And then you'll select foster parent from the relationship to the child. So what that is for, this is actually part of the sign-in log. It also, the information from this also goes to the report, so it is important to select both of them. And then you'll see the button for signature. On a laptop, you use the mouse pad as the signature pad. On your phone, of course, the screen is the signature pad. And that captures the signatures for the sign-in log. And then, of course, you need to select their arrival time, because if you don't, it won't be right on the sign-in log. And then continue on down the list. For each adult that's present, you can just put in the name and their relationship. Go ahead and capture their signature. And their arrival time. These are very important. Make sure, as I said, that you select the arrival time so that it shows up on the sign-in log. Okay. So then the next one is going to ask for the children. Of course, you'll type in the child's name, type in their age, capture a signature if they're old enough. If not, you can type in the name or sign it yourself. And select their arrival time As the same with all of them, it's very important that it's the correct time. If there's more children, of course, there's more section. When you get to the bottom, it asks, do you want to add more? If there's more than what's on the page, you can add more spaces. And the next one is it's if CASA is there, and so on, if CPS is there. And then we come to the questions that are part of the actual form. And these are required even if it's a missed visit. If it's a missed visit, just select no all the way down, put in we'll discard this. We don't actually use this information on a missed visit, but it won't let you submit it unless you actually fill it in. So I'm just going to put in some random stuff. Be sure that you put in good, lengthy examples in these boxes. Put in the proper information that we're asking. Okay. And then on the last page, it's the signature page, and this is where you'll put in your signature. So if you do need to do the rules, if you do need to do rules with the family, you'll still take paper rules and just snap a picture of the last page of it. And that should give you the information that you need. Then of course, for your signature, you'll go ahead and sign your name. And put in the date. Now this also is a required question at the bottom, which is the same box that's at the bottom of our regular form. It's that big square where you can type in stuff about the visit to give more information. It will not let you go through unless you have signed it. And then on the end time, this is also part of what I was explaining, that it tracks your time, for the QuickBooks. And then once you've answered all the questions, you can send it. You can also save it on a computer. I'm not sure how it saves, but I do know that you can save it as a draft. I assume that if you just closed out of it, it would do it. But on your phone, it will actually give you the option to save it. So I will send it. It asked you. You'll no longer be able to make changes. We get it. So as you can see, it will show you here. If you go to your sent forms, it shows you once everything's been sent. So you'll have, and it will save these. I believe it saves 15 records. But I believe it also emails you as well saying that you've turned it in. So let me go show you what it looks like on our end now. One moment, I'm going to answer a question. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like on our end. We have it set up where it actually comes through and directly into our system where we save everything. So this is the one that I sent. You can remember that I put last comma first as the name. So if you open that, you can see it shows the signatures. So, and then I'll show you what the sign-in log looks like. It comes through just like it would you know, if you had manual signatures. So it captures, you know, dad's signature, child's signature, foster parent. Don't have to worry about sign outs anymore. We've actually talked to the state about that, and that's not a requirement anymore. So also, this is what the form, it puts in all the information for you from the questions that we asked on the form. And as you can see, it fills it out completely, inserts your signature, date, time, and anything that you put in that last box shows up there. And it's very simple. I believe it does show on here that it sends it direct, it carbon copies you on it as well. So I'm actually going to turn off the microphone now. I'll still be available via the chat for about 10 minutes. For anyone that has questions, feel free to type those in. And as I said, we will be doing another live stream tomorrow, probably around noon sometime.